Alright guys, this is Jamie and welcome to our weekly uh, Fearless Dominators Power Team Hangout call. We created this call to answer any of your questions and kind of go from there. If you guys are on the panel and you're not speaking at the second, please mute your line just so that we don't have any background noises or static interference. Sometimes I know that does take an effect, especially when we do the big Fearless Dominators Hangouts on Thursdays. So let's just try to get in the habit of doing that on this one as well so that we don't have that extra static and stuff, okay? First thing we wanted to start off with today was Amanda on some certain things. So I'm going to bring Amanda on out.
Hey, y'all. What I've been doing for the past several days and then again this morning is I went through and checked for the newest videos in the training. And just so that everyone is aware, because it was just posted late last night, in the pro section of the training, under taking action, Alessandro has put up a 90-day action plan. It's an excellent video. It's about 15 minutes long, but it's got some really great step-by-step plans, and it has a challenge at the end. I encourage you to all go and watch that because it really made me stop and think about how I was approaching my business. You know, a lot of you guys know I've had some pretty good success with DS since I've been with them. I've been here since January of this year, but I had like a mindset shift this morning. I mean, it was like something clicked, and I was like, okay, let's go. We've got to do this, and we've got to do this way. We've got to do this the right way. Now, with that being said, it is so important with this training that you go through the training in order the way they have it set up. It's set up that way for a reason, and it's because everything builds on itself. Now, I was one of those people at the beginning when 2.0 launched. I got a little tiny bit of information and felt like I knew it all. I got very frustrated, which forced me to have to go back through the training. So I went back through the training, and I had like an aha moment, realizing how dangerously I was acting for my business. So what I'm going to encourage you to do is go through the pro training, even if you're well past pro. Go through all your pro training in order. Then go through, if you're in elite, go through all your elite training. Under the tools section, when you first click on tools, there is a big old video that says, watch this first. And Hitesh does that video, and he takes you through that tools section. Do exactly what he says, and then your build listing will begin working properly. I had a lot of frustration with that because I was jumping all around, and until I went through and did everything in sequential order, then my build listing tool started working properly. I have had zero problems with posting a listing. Now, with that being said, I have had to go into my individual listings and tweak a couple things that take maybe 30 seconds. 30 seconds is not going to change or stop anybody's life. You know that you have to take that. It's not a life and death situation, but you do have to do a couple things in your listing once you've posted it through the list building. If you want to require immediate payment from PayPal, you have to go in and check that box. If you want your shipping to be economy shipping, that's the 1 to 10 days, business days, you've got to check that. That's really the only thing that you've got to check, unless you want to reorder your pictures. You resubmit your listing, voila, you're done. It's live. Everybody's happy. So that's what I've got to say about training, Jamie. So if you got anything to add, or you want to head on to the next point.
The only thing that I would add would be, just because you guys go through the videos once, it may not be enough for you. I have gone through those videos, I can't tell you how many times, and I'm still going through them. Watch all of them in order, and then go back through until it starts to sink in my brain. That's my game plan. So if you guys are having some stuck on something and it's in that video, maybe you need to keep watching that video and watching that video till it actually sinks in. With that being said, as long as you have watched the videos and you're confused or anything, please always reach out to Amanda, myself, Danielle. We're always here to help you on anything that we can possibly do. So maybe it's just a different way that we could maybe say it that might help sink it in for you. Does that make sense, guys?
Jamie, sorry to jump in here. The other link does not seem to be working right now. I'm getting messages left and right.
Okay, let me grab my YouTube channel then.
While you're doing that, do you want me to
go ahead
touch
and go
on
to the next? Yes, please.
Okay. All right, UPC codes. There's been a ton of questions about UPC codes. In our Power Team group, there is a free site that you can search for the UPC codes and put those in your listing. Starting on July 29th, which is Monday, or June 29th, which is Monday, eBay is going to start requiring UPC codes and MPNs on certain category groups. Now, Hitesh has recommended to us that we go ahead and get in the process or in the habit of going ahead and putting those in our listings, because eventually it's going to be required on all categories. He just doesn't have a timeline on that yet. So with that being said, Jamie has an excellent source for purchasing UPC codes for a very inexpensive price, and they're a reputable seller for the UPC codes. Each item has one UPC code to it. If you choose to use the free site, know that if you have some savvy person that searches by UPC, your listing is going to be linked in with everybody else's. Now, that's not always a bad thing, but sometimes your listing can get lost in the shuffle. So if you have the availability to purchase UPC codes, then please go ahead and do that. It's very easy. You just copy and you paste them, and then you just go from there with putting the rest of your information in. One thing to know about your UPC codes and your model, your MPN numbers or your brand names, they cannot have any symbols in them like dashes, slashes, anything like that. So just take those out and move on. It's a very simple process. It's not going to affect your searches at all. Jamie, was there anything else you wanted to touch on the UPC codes? You're muted, babe.
Okay, so maybe the site that you gave last week.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys, are using that site, it is really easy to grab all that information. I know I have done a one-on-one with you on a few of you on how to use that, and it is really, really easy. All you do is you just go to that site. What is that site? I have it pulled up.
I've got it right here.
UPC itemdb.com. And all you have to do is literally just put in your item, and it gives you the manufacturer's UPC code. So it is really, really awesome. I love that. So thank you for sharing that with us last week, Amanda. That is really cool.
Also, David Payne posted in our group that if somebody wanted to share some of his, he got, I believe, 5,000 UPC codes, that he's willing to work out a share situation with someone. So y'all should, if you're not friends with him, be friends with him. And if you're, especially if you're not in the situation right now of being able to buy a large number or anything.
Definitely. Definitely. Okay, I think we covered everything that we were watching and gathering. Oh, no. So yesterday, after talking with a couple of people, those of you that are an affiliate, you really need to do the affiliate training from corporate. That is supposedly every Thursday, but apparently last night there was a hangout that I totally missed that I will be going in and watching. Apparently it's an hour and 15 minutes long, and it is a lot of great information. So I will be doing that today as well. So if you have not done that and you have some time, even if you don't have the whole hour and 15 minutes to watch it, just watch what you can. You can always go back as long as you write down what time frame you're logging out on and go back to that section and continue. You know, I would say go back to like a minute prior to that and then go forward on, you know, continually watching that video or hangout or whatever it is. And I know a lot of you are putting out your social proofs. We do have a viral chat going for the big Fearless Dominators that you just throw your links in. It's not to chat or anything like that. You just throw your links in, and that brings people to just your link so that we can all comment and share. That helps your post get out there and seen a lot more faster and by more people, so you may end up with more prospects. I have only really done that as my recruiting, I guess, because I'm not a really heavy recruiter here, because we don't need to be. You know, I only recruit because I love to help people make money, and everybody that is coming in and doing this is honestly making money. Some people immediately right out of the gate, and some people like myself or Amanda, it takes us a little while. But once we get going, we're going. You know, I never thought that within September to now, so, you know, it's not even a year, that I would have every package, I would have as much sales that I do and as much profits that I do. You've got to just stay consistent with that, and as you're staying consistent and you're keeping yourself accountable, if you need an accountability partner, Danielle, Amanda, and I, we will be great to do that with you as well. Just let us know and we'll do that. I know I do that with quite a number of you already. So if you need that, we're available for that as well. I also like to, and I'm not comfortable doing it, you know, I always have to like make 10 videos to actually post one video. But I love to recognize you guys for your success in what you're doing. And once I do that, I put it out there on YouTube. That also brings you prospects. And the reason that I can actually say that, because I know that now, is because Brian told me that yesterday. He was here with DS about a year ago. He didn't have support from his upline, and his upline really wasn't doing it. He went and found me on YouTube, and then went to Facebook and found me on Facebook, sent me a message, and I sent him to my link, and he sent me an email and called me yesterday, and he enrolled this morning, and he is on this call today. So, you know, just because you are doing great in DSD, you want to share that, because you're going to get other people like yourself that have been struggling, and they need to make money. They want to make money. They want to be at home, and that's exactly what we're all doing. So why don't we share that? If those people are interested, they come to you. I haven't gone to any, not one of you that are under me. You have all come to me, and I am more than happy to share my information. I'm more than happy to share my time and help you with anything. I know some of you know that I have gotten on the call with you at like 10 o'clock, and here it is 3 o'clock in the morning, and we're still going over information or just chatting. So, I will make my time available for you. You just need to let me know, and we will get going. I know Amanda's the same way, and I know Danielle's the same way. Samantha is also our other leader on this call, and she is not here today because both of her kids have soccer games. So you can always reach out to her. Once soccer is officially over with, which I think will be next week, she will start to have a little bit more free time. But then again, this is also summertime, so the kids are home. And we all know how busy that can be with the kids home. So with that, there are 4 of us that are awesome. Everybody on this team is awesome. I know Jonathan, he is, pretty brand new, and he is constantly helping people. He's just, everybody on this team is amazing. Rebecca's the same way. We're all doing that. We don't care who your upline is. We don't care what business you're in. We don't care what other businesses you're in. I'm sorry. You can have 10 businesses. We don't care. We only care about what we can do to help you with DSD. So if you're in other companies, if you're working full-time and you're doing this and stuff, don't feel bad on, I may be your upline. You may not understand or connect with something that I say. Maybe Danielle says it a different way and Amanda says it a different way, and you understand what Amanda's saying. So we don't care who your upline is. Click on your pic. YouTube only see me. What?
Yeah, the YouTube people are only seeing me while I know I'm gorgeous. Click on your
Yes, you
picture
are.
so they see you.
Yes, you are. I love you. But yeah, so anyway, just it is what it is, and the training is awesome. I thought and I said this before, and I will continue saying it. The training that we had with DSD-1 was great. I didn't think it could get better. DSD-2 is blowing that out of the water. It's more in-depth training. It is more. It's just it's really there. It's really like step by step. I didn't think it could get better, but they have proved me wrong, and they made these better. So just stick with the training. Go through video by video. Don't skip around like Amanda said, because when you do that, just like she does, you don't get all the information correctly. So stick with the training. Go video to video to video. And if you've got to go back through them, go back through them. I do. And I've been here, and and DSD-2 just rolled out. So some of you, I know Jonathan and Amanda and Rebecca have gone through those videos and videos and videos, and they're doing awesome with the new training. I have yet to complete all of my new training because I have every package. So everybody's different, so just reach out to whoever can help you, and we're all here. So don't be shy, guys. Do you have anything else to say, Amanda?
Let's see if anybody has any questions, Jamie.
Cool. Does anybody have any questions?
Wow, everybody's so shy.
Sherry,
Okay.
can you unmute your screen? Or can you unmute your computer? You don't have a mic. Okay. When you're searching for items, gotta finish the question, honey. I don't know what you're asking. I don't know if you're typing. I can't see if you're typing either.
Danielle, why don't you unmute while Sherry's typing her question? And do you had mentioned a couple things before we got started, you know, when we were just getting ready. Did we get to address everything for you?
My question was just mainly about the UPC codes. Now that I've got a website to go to, I will be using that. That and, of course, Jamie, videos. I would love to learn how to make videos.
It's really not that hard, guys. Like I said, I will do it, 10, 20 or so times before. Yes, Brian, that is new. Most of everything in the back office is new training. So I know you just got started again today, but you've got a lot to kind of go through. And I know there's a big time difference between me and you, but we can definitely get that worked out with, Amanda, Danielle, anybody else on the team that can definitely help you as well, okay? So back to you, Danielle, sorry.
You're fine.
I basically just like to give you guys, the effort that, just kind of puts you on showcase, and because I'm so proud of every single one of you. We all have different obstacles, we all have different things we're going through, and you get started with DSD regardless of what company you came from. I know most of us failed at, all those other companies that we've tried, and we have success here, and that's why most of us upgraded to an affiliate. So I like to shout out, and people that I know that I can see, and whether they're talking to me or messaging me, like I know you do a lot, those are the things that I love the most. I don't care. My success is great, but I love you guys' success even more, if that makes any sense. I don't know.
Perfect.
But I love it. I love to see everybody having success. So as I see that, I make videos. I get excited and I make videos, and I post them out there. I put them out. I tag you to them. I put them out on YouTube, and that's just another great, prospecting way, I guess, where that's how kind of John maybe kind of found me. You want to be yourself. You want to be true. So whatever you're making that video about, stick with it. Don't jump around. I know sometimes I do that, especially on training videos, because my mind just constantly keeps going and going and going, and I can't speak fast enough. So I know I have that problem, but I'm working on it. So for me to work on it, what do I need to do? I need to constantly keep doing those videos.
Mm-hmm.
So that's constantly bettering myself. So not only is it bettering myself, but it's also bettering you, because I see your progress, I see what you're doing, and I'm shouting out to you. I know every time that I made a video and I said Danielle's name and I tagged her to it. Same thing with Rebecca. People come to you, and that's that's powerful, because you're not going to them. Yes, go ahead.
It's crazy. It blows my Facebook. And now, because I homeschool my kids during the day and I have so much going on, it's like I've added more to my plate. I barely can get on Facebook anymore. I may get on once or twice a day, and sometimes if I am on it, I'm on at like midnight, because that's my only mommy time. So when I've known that Jamie has posted a video, my Facebook page will blow up like crazy. And it's just like it drains my battery, because it's so much. People are asking me questions, whatnot. And it's not like I don't post my proof of sales and what I'm doing. I'm just not a very good affiliate when I'm trying to talk to people, because I have so much going on. But when I do, it's crazy, especially when the videos come out. Then I have everybody coming out of the woodwork. It's quite funny. But no, I would really like to make videos. I think it's just more of a comfort thing. I need to step out of my comfort zone because I'm not one that likes to put myself out there, especially that way. So that's a comfort zone thing that I need to step out. But yeah, I mean, training videos would go a long way because I'm sure everybody probably knows how to do it. It's just because it's not comfortable for me, I kind of try to avoid it. So, but I need to get out.
I'm not comfortable doing it. That's why my thing is, not talking about myself. It's talking about you guys.
Right.
So I know you have a team, but even if you didn't have a team going, there's so many team members in our personal team or the big Fearless Dominators team that we're umbrellaed under that you can just, pick and choose, people that or the people that you constantly see, and their success and just shout out.
Right.
I know the last 2 affiliate corporate training webinars, they're giving us homework, and that homework is stepping out of your comfort zone. And they were also talking about doing videos, even though they're teaching you as little itty bitty steps to put yourself in front of the camera. So when you're starting it off, it's just your voice on the camera or on the video. But I'm sure as it progresses, they're going to have it being your face on the camera as well as your voice.
Right.
And each and every one of us are beautiful or handsome, and there's nothing wrong with you. That you can talk and as a blithering idiot. I know I have done that personally a billion times. Am I going to stop? No.
Jamie, Sherry has a question about when she's searching eBay for items that have sold. She keeps the ones she's finding she's finding that they're selling for cheaper than what she can find them for. Can you address that for us?
Probably the easiest way I could kind of explain that one is those people that are selling on eBay that you're finding those items, or on Amazon that you're finding those items, they're probably in Monopoly, and that's what Monopoly trains us to do, is drop ship on Amazon. So I would maybe, you're only in Pro, so you can't have the other sources. If you were to upgrade to Elite or the IDP package, which I would highly suggest because it saves you money, you'll be able to find the other sources like we're taught how to do for Monopoly training. Because with Monopoly training, we use the elite sources. So that's probably why.
Jamie, what she's asking is when she's searching on eBay to see what they've sold for, they're selling for less than on eBay than what she can source them for. So I think what she's asking is, what is she doing wrong in picking her items?
All of us have, come across that, so it's not really wrong. It's just maybe try to find a different item. If you can find, one item a day or one seller, because what you're going to do is you're going to find the item and then you're going to find the seller. So if you can at least find one of the two and see what other items that they have sold or are selling, and you can sell at a profit, then that's how you get that spider effect.
That's what I was going to bring up, is she using the spider technique or not?
Okay. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure there, sweetheart. Probably not well enough. Okay. So I know, Sherry, honey, you just are starting to get in with the training. Maybe go through all the training one more time this weekend, and if you need help, we can do something on Monday. We'll do the screen share stuff again. and maybe I can just watch you as you do something and kind of maybe help guide you as I catch something that you could be doing differently. Does that sound okay? Awesome.
Anybody else have any questions?
Hey, Jamie.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Can I just say something on what Sherry just asked a question about? Because I know that you were mentioning going through the training and, getting that spider technique down. But like I said last week on the Hangout, I think what helped me the most was not only the spider technique, but go back and watch the recording of the pro webinar. I think it was one of them from last month, and I think Jonathan's done the same thing, where Jesse done the training on finding that one item and then finding a similar item on Amazon and making that bigger profit margin. I have found that I have had better success with that training that Jesse gave, kind of combining the two, because he still shows you how to do the spider technique. But in the same instance, you're not selling that exact item. It's a similar item. So definitely, Sherry, go back and go through those pro training videos, but also go back and watch those recorded webinars with Jesse and how he shows you to find those similar items, because you're going to have a lot better. It actually ends up being a lot easier that way than when you combine the two together.
Anything else, guys?
Danielle just asked, how do you remove the pictures from the other sellers at the bottom of your eBay listings?
You can't. That's all on eBay. That's how eBay has, how they do their things. That's why if you follow the training that I've given in our power team and you're using PhotoBucket or even if on the DSD teamcentertraining.com, if you follow the training for, I think it's Caleb's Pimp My Listings, or the video that I have in our power team page, you're putting your PhotoBucket link in there. So as people are looking at your specific description, your photo's in there. So that kind of stops them, if that is actually what they're looking for, on scrolling down further and seeing eBay's suggested other items.
Okay. Yeah, I went ahead and started using the new template, or the template, because I just started doing it this week, and I've noticed a major jump in my sales. Major jump in my sales. So, yeah, I was just doing an overview of my listing, and I seen at the very bottom, I'm like, these pictures still come up. Mm-hmm. But I can see where you guys were saying that if you put a picture up right underneath your name on your listing, that a lot of people will stop. So, okay, I was just curious.
I know some people are using the template to do it that way, and then they're also using Caleb's Pimp My Listings training and putting the picture at the very end as well, where they say because of I can't remember what her name is on that training, where she teaches us to keep with those keywords. So they're using, thank you for looking at our, and then the keyword, the 3 key picture thing, and then that picture again.
Okay.
So I know some people are doing it that way as well, and they've said the same thing. Once people are using the template that I have in our Power Team page, you're getting a lot more views, you're getting a lot more sales a lot quicker than without it. And I don't understand the reason why.
It has to be the layout
out there. Yeah.
It has to be the layout because it's much more simple and less clutter.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I started using it, and I saw a jump as well when because the automation was coming, I did kind of pause on doing any more. And then I did do my research, but then the other day I was over at my mom's with my sister and my niece is only 2, and I was showing my sister and my mom what we do, and my niece got my computer and she did something by just touching the mouse, and now I can't find any of my templates that I had, or any of my listing researches that I had ready to go. My sister did join last night, and she's not on here today, but Brian joined this morning and he's on. So, yeah, I have no idea where I was going with that. Forget I even said anything.
But yeah, the template does work. I think because, like I said, I've seen a big difference, jump in sales. So.
I think Rebecca started using the template right out of gate, right?
I did, and as you know, I mean, even my first day of coming in, within hours of listing, I had my first sale.
And I know, Rebecca, go ahead and mute, honey. I know a lot of you, myself included, don't have the money to follow the training 100%. Right now, I have noticed that a lot of pool floats are selling, a lot of, any summer kid activity type things are selling very, very quickly as well. So maybe if you're at the doll, and I know Kathy Coddington, she does this quite a lot, and myself, and I know the Rebecca's done this, and I know Danielle has done, I'm pretty sure, I think Danielle's done it. But anyway, what we do is we go to the dollar stores, we go to Five Below, we go to Walmart, look at the clearance section. Take your phone with you. Your phone does have to have internet. Take your phone with you. Look up on eBay on if this item is selling. If you can't find it on eBay, maybe check out Amazon, see how much it's selling for on Amazon. If it's selling for a decent profit on Amazon, then you can probably take this item home, list it yourself, and sell it for a profit, because now you actually have the item. I mean, it's going to be a little bit different because you have to put it in a box and ship it out, and you have to have a scale to actually weigh your item before you can do that, so that you know how much it's actually going to cost you or your buyer, if you have your buyer pay for shipping, on how to do that. So if you do that, go to get everything ready to go, put it in a box, put it on the scale, see how much it weighs, and then as you do your listings, put it in there so that calculate it. If you're having your buyer pay for shipping, you're not going to be out any money on shipping, because the buyer's going to pay exactly what it's supposed to be. And then, school's coming shortly. I know colleges, well, I know we're in summer, but, colleges are going to be starting up classes again. I know Rebecca and I think Danielle has actually sold some of their college stuff. Used books. So, I mean, anything around your house that is collecting dust, list it. If it turns into cash, who's better for that? You? Yeah. So, don't throw it away. Don't, I know a bunch of, we mainly get gifts at like Christmas time that we don't like, or we're never going to use, and it just sits in the house and collects dust, right? So what are you going to do with that? Regift it, possibly, but turn it into cash if you can. List it on eBay, sell it, ship it out to your customer, and that's, pure profit in your pocket, because you don't have to go and find an item and list it, because you already have an item from your house to list and sell. So that also helps on getting out of jail, especially if you don't have the funds to go with big items. So whatever funds you do have, follow the training, Now I know Pro is also doing overstock. So you may find, if you have $20, you may find an item for $15. And I always say go $5 less just for tax purposes. So as you get more and more training, you're going to get used to knowing which suppliers have tax. Majority of them do. But if you use the template or the sales tracker that is also in our power team, you're just plugging in numbers. So right then and there, it takes a minute playing with those, not even, just playing with those numbers and seeing, okay, what is my lowest offer I'm going to take, what is, what do I actually want to list this for, and go from there. There are videos in our power team, the DSD 2.0 videos we made to help you document, going over 3 videos currently, one being the template that we're using, the other one being the sales tracker that I'm talking about right now, and the other one is on different search titles and stuff like that. So I did that video before Carly, that's her name, before Carly did the new SEO videos in the back office that are awesomeness. So you can definitely, use the 3 sources that I've showed you in there, but make sure you're following what the training is actually telling you in the back office. Does that make sense, guys? Because I know I just rambled on.
Yeah, Jamie, the other thing is Kathy Coddington just messaged me that to remind everybody that one of the keys on listing things are if there's specific events, holidays, etc. coming up, you need to be listing 3 months ahead of that time. So like for right now, we should all start focusing on school and college stuff. And then right on the heels of that, we're going to have Halloween and fall stuff, and I don't shoot me, but, right on the heels of that is going to be Thanksgiving and Christmas. So keep that in mind. We need to be thinking ahead and not waiting until that time is upon us in order to optimize our sales.
Mm-hmm. And I was here last year at Christmas time, and I think, Danielle, you were too, but I can't remember 100%. But anyway, no, okay, sorry. With Christmas, I personally know now when I'm starting, out there looking, I may be buying stuff and hiding it in my house for Christmas. So, for my nieces and my nephews and my daughters. So, I mean, I only do that for children. Adults I don't bother with. You're old enough, you can buy anything you want. But the kids I like to spoil, and now that I have DSD, I'm actually getting able to do that, and that is so fun. I love that. But anyway, while you're out and about, if you see a sale, buy it up. And as Amanda just said, Thanksgiving is coming around, so what comes with Thanksgiving? Black Friday. So we're going to start seeing the Black Friday sales, and you're going to be able to, play games with that. One thing that I did learn with DSD last year for Christmas time, and this was with Roger's training on an actual Christmas webinar that we had, you want to stop your Christmas items around the 15th, because actually you would want to probably do that earlier in December, because by the time you actually get that sale and then it ships out, you want to make sure that your customer actually gets that item for Christmas. So you want to, definitely give that time frame. We do, we all know that sometimes it can take an entire week and a half for your customer to get the item from the mail. So, pick a date early in December and that have all of your Christmas items come down, just to play it safe, because you don't want a customer to buy an item and then they not get it, and then you're going to get negative feedback. You're going to probably get a lot of negative feedback and probably a lot of customer complaints and returns because they didn't have it in time. Does that make sense, guys? I know Christmas is hopefully, 6 months away. Well, not even, because we're on the 27th, but that is definitely something to keep on your mind on while you're out shopping around and things like that, because in a few months you're going to want to start putting up Christmas items.
Jamie, one more thing on that note is, we've all heard the saying that your failure to act, meaning the customer's failure to act, does not constitute an emergency on our part, but in this business it does.
Yes.
We have to price our things, especially as we get closer to the holidays, so that we allow for enough shipping so that if someone does order later, that we're able to do a more expedited type of shipping which of course is more cost. So we need to keep that in mind when we're pricing our items out so that we can make it an emergency on our part.
Okay. Yeah. Amanda, honey, I'm going to have you remind me every time we get on this call to turn my phone on vibrate until after this call. I just got a text that I'm not really keen on. Matt just sent me a text that he's at work and sent me a text that somebody had just texted Eric that there's a hostage situation behind Daniel's. Daniel's is like 4 buildings away from Matt's work, so I am really
Okay, let's wrap this up so that you can stop the recording. If anyone else has any additional questions, I'm going to ask you to post them in our Power Team chat. Jamie, make sure you add Brian to that chat so that he has the ability to post questions in there for us, and then Danielle and I will answer whatever questions need to be answered, or anyone else that can answer the questions. And Jamie, let's go ahead and wrap this up so you can go deal with your situation.
Do you want to really quickly explain what this chat is about real quick, because we have...
The main focus of the chat is for everyone to post questions, and if it's something that needs to be addressed right away that's not like a training issue, we'll answer it right away. Otherwise, we're compiling those questions for our weekly team calls. Okay, we're asking that you keep the chatter to a minimum in there, that it's just questions, answering the questions, not talking about, how your day's going, so that we don't have so much to wade through. So if you will do that, or you can always private message myself or Danielle a question, or you can private message Jamie, but let's give Jamie a bit to take care of the situation she's got to take care of right now. And then we can go ahead and wrap this call up. Okay?
Rebecca, I have one question for you. It just popped in my mind from last night. Is your good?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Your person, is she good?
I have spoken with her this morning, and she's saying that it's still telling her the same thing. She can get into her back office, but when she tries to go into the pro training, it's telling her that she has not been activated yet. I still have not received my email on her. She's still not showing in my back office.
I haven't gotten it either. Amanda, can you do me a favor and get with Rebecca, do another hangout with her chick? Rebecca cannot do screen sharing. Can you do that for me and make sure she's active? She may have not have done the billing section correctly, and that's why she's able to get in the back office, but it didn't actually come through. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I'll have to do it in a couple of hours because I have another call after this one.
That's
Rebecca,
fine.
I will message you and we'll coordinate that, okay?
Yeah, that's great. I got another thing I got to go take care of as well. So I just, I've got her pacified right now. I told her that we would figure out what was going on with it.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you,
Great.
guys. So I'm going to end this call today, and I will see you all next week, and definitely in our team pages as well. Bye, guys.
Thanks, Jamie.